Winter sports are in full swing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CSC Sports Preview. I'm Ethan Strey, the student commentator for CSC Live. On this edition, we'll get you caught up with the busy basketball schedule and then check in on the wrestling programs. It's been a tough start to the season for both the men's and women's basketball programs. And again, we will take a look at the men's and women's wrestling programs and their success. This all ahead on the CSC Sports Preview. The Eagle women's basketball team has been on a bit of a skid through their long road trip. First up was the trip, an exhibition match in Laramie against the University of Wyoming Cowgirls. Game against Cowgirls would end up being a loss, but again, a great experience for those players as some of them grew up in the Wyoming area. Now, later in the same week, on November 25th, they would travel and take on the Lopers of UNK. That was in Kearney. This was a tough battle for the Eagles, and a sluggish start in the opening quarters would put the Eagles behind 27-37 at the halftime break. Now, on the break, the Eagles would dial up the pressure in a high-scoring battle in the third quarter, drawing to within 7 by the closing of quarter number 3. And now the Eagles would ultimately fall in this one 74-65 in the contest. Let's get to a look at the leader in that game. It was Shayla Powers, and she was the game leader for the Eagles, 15.6 for 8 from the field and 3 for 5 from the charity stripe. Eagles overall as a team shot 45% from the field, 25% beyond the arc, and 76.5% at the free throw line. Now, after the final exhibition matchups, as I just touched on a second ago, the Eagles started RMAC play out on the road this past weekend. They would face foes in CSU Pueblo and New Mexico Highlands. Neither went the way of the Eagles. Again, CSU Pueblo, let's touch on that one first. It was a slow start again in the opening quarter, a little bit of a sluggish start for the Eagles in their games so far for the women's program. That first quarter kind of being a doozy of them all. So, slow start in the opening quarter continued as they would only tally 4 total points in the opening quarter of that contest. Then following the same storyline as mentioned with the exhibitions is a hard-fought third quarter. We've seen the Eagles come out of halftime and put up a lot of points, and in this one, the Eagles would score 21 points alone in the third quarter. Now, that would best any of their other quarters of play in that one. Chadron would ultimately fall in the ball game, though, 62-52 for their first RMAC loss of the season. Now, the offensive leader for Chadron State, that was Liberty Lyons. She's a redshirt sophomore from Parker, Colorado. Had 14 points on the contest, 2 from the field and 10 from the free throw line. So Lyon really drawing a lot of that contact as she drives into the paint and getting those fouls as she's trying to take her shot. And that's how you end up at the line for at least 10 tries at the free throw line. So really good job by Lyon to connect for 10 free throws in the ball game. Now, the shooting percentages for the Eagles overall did not look pretty. They shot 31.2% from the field and 25% beyond the arc. So a little bit of a struggle in their first RMAC matchup. Now, the final game on the road trip was, again, another conference game, this one against the versatile New Mexico Highlands Cowgirls. Now, Chadron would fall 47-60 in this one. Chadron State would have another slow start in which they couldn't shake off as they would only score 18 points in the opening 2 quarters. Now, the 2 offensive leaders in the ball game for Chadron State would be, again, Shayla Powers, 12 points all from the field and 5 rebounds. And then Kyra Tanabe makes that list as well with her 9 points, all beyond the arc, and 4 total rebounds for Chadron State.